Hey everybody, thank you for joining me. You're at home with Melissa, and I want to share with you here the results of an experiment I did recently. On the 5th of April of this year, I went to a lake called Hemlock Lake in Pennsylvania, where I collected a 5-gallon bucket of water. I then took the water and divided it among a lot of different 2-liter soda bottles. And then I left those samples, again, all in 2-liter plastic clear soda bottles. And I left them in a sunny window. Well, they all, it's hard for me to hold this. They all became really green. In fact, they were much greener than this. I diluted this recently because I wasn't thinking it was before having my coffee. I know, I'll never learn. I should not do anything prior to caffeine, but I do. And so this right here is even lighter than they were. And keep in mind, they were all this color. Every one of them was a deep, deep green because the algae that was in the lake water, coupled with the fact that they're in a really sunny window, encouraged the growth of algae, and it grew very thick, and you couldn't, in fact, even see through the bottles. Then what I did is, in this one, I then placed 2 very small, very, very small aquarium snails. They're still in there, but I don't see either of them right at the moment. They are both in there. They must be down at the bottom here. But both of these containers have the exact same things in them. The only difference, and keep in mind that this was as dark as this one to begin with, okay? I took 2 very tiny aquarium snails and put them in this water. And within a week, it went from being the deep green to being among the clearest aquarium water you can have. See the difference? And the only thing that was different between these 2 containers, it was the same sample of water I collected in a 5-gallon bucket that day, divided amongst these plastic containers that were all the same kind of containers. Everything had the same things in them. Every single one of them turned the deep green, including this one. And then within a week of putting 2 tiny little aquarium snails, we're talking, okay, see that little spot there? The snails, who are probably down in the bottom, are the same size as that tiny little spot. So 2 absolutely tiny snails took the water from that to this. And that's why snails can be really helpful in an aquarium. Because if you run lights on them or you have any light shining on it, it will eventually grow some algae. But if you have snails in your water, they can help keep it from getting the deep green of the algae and keep it the nice clear that you want. There's been nothing else done. This has been diluted. This hasn't. So this was actually, they were both much deeper green. And I took and I traded out some of the green water for clear water in this one. In this one, I never did that. This was just the deep green water. The only thing that removed that algae were these 2 absolutely minuscule snails. So there you have it. That is the results of that particular experiment, and I'm glad that you joined me for them because I think it's important to know a lot of people don't like snails in their aquariums, and I tend to encourage them to grow, and this shows you one of the reasons why and how good it can be for you. So I hope you enjoyed this, and join me again for our next installment of At Home with Melissa. In the meantime, go out and live, learn, laugh, have a great time, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.